Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's Paint with Josh. We're back in the studio with you again tonight. Gonna redo that little desert scene, just a little different foreground action. So we're gonna grab up our yellow ochre first. This one's gonna be a darker sort of a sky. I'm gonna grab my yellow ochre right out here, skipping all the bright yellows and going into the darkest yellow first. We're gonna get a little bit of our dark sienna brown. I'm gonna drop that sucker down in here, let it mix down, right? We all know it's gonna blend out. It's not just gonna be a patch like that, so don't worry. A little of our crimson after that, up into this corner, and then let's drop down our darker brown color and a little bit of our black mixed together, right down from the top. Now you can see it's super thick and dark and really just firm paints. Almost dry, like the piles are almost dry. That's how firm all these paints are. So we've got to be careful when we're dumping on all this color and such, right, that we don't have too much paint on the brush. We can even leave that little white spot right out there like that. Now, we can't very well mix up the paint with this much paint on the brush, right? Or mix up all that sky with that much paint. So let's go wash it off into the old can, give it a little flick into the bucket, and then we'll see what's going to happen. Over here and over there. Lay down. One. Lay down. Crazy dog. There we go. Now, you can have yours looking just like that and not even worry two little frets about it because we're going to go blend it, right? You got to blend it out. It's going to be nice and gorgeous. Let's start down here into our lighter colors first, and as we start to mix it, it starts intermixing with all that liquid white that's on our canvas, right? Get up into the darker colors. These guys are going to want to start to mix down and cover up all that yellow goodness that we put out there. And the more that we blend them together, the softer and softer they'll become. Constantly mixing in with that liquid white paint that's underneath, right? Just based off of our pressure, we can push on it, mush on it every which way that we possibly can until it's exactly how you want it to look. All right, let's spread that darkness a little bit further out, all directions. Right, get back in here and blend it. Blend it, blend it, blend it, right? The brush even makes a sound for you. Look at that sky. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's fantastic. But I want it just a little deeper and a little darker. So we're gonna get a little bit more of our dark, our black color right out here on the edge, right? And this guy's gonna wanna overtake all of our brightness. So we're not gonna let it. Can't let that happen. Start grabbing up the edge of it. Blend it down, blend it down, blend it down, right? The more you blend it, the more it will go away. Okay, let's take this guy, push him a little further around, over here, spread it, slide this guy back and forth until you like how it looks, right? That's all what we're about. How do you like it? Do you like the color? Do you like it? Because if not, no one else is going to either. You're just gonna look at it and just not even like it. So, let's get out here, grab a little... almost want to, but let's get a little purple. Let's get a little purple out here. Our dioxazine purpley color. We're gonna rip it down, pull it onto the brush, and maybe out in here we get this wicked awesome purpley color. Just gonna fade off into nothing back there. A lot bigger up here, right? That deep darkness. It's like a dragon out in the sky. We're gonna take it and we're gonna do the same thing we would always do with our white color. We're gonna mix it down, but this time from its darkest point to its lightest little point, way off in the distance out there, right? The more little cool little things that you want to do with your little sky, you can do. Push on that guy a little bit harder, make him look a little further away, right? All these cool little neat little stuffs we get to do, guys, and we're blending out our paint so much that it won't even drag across when you go side to side because it's already pre-blended out. Let's get our white onto our brush. Maybe just perhapsage. Catch a little bit of that white right over the tip top. Maybe it'll pop around, right around the edge of our guy. Now let's take our same brush, dab it off on a paper towel so it's mostly clean, and let's start to work this guy in. We can blend it, we can push on it, make it a little brighter, right? Staying around the edge, let's drag this guy down over that purpley color now. Having that white stay on the top, and that little purpley undershadow back there. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, it's fantastic. Again, we're blending out the paint so much that you can push right across it and not even feel a single thing. Nothing. right? You don't want big clumps of paint up there that are going to streak when you hit it with your brush. Now let's grab up our 3 favorite colors. You all know them, I know them, you know them, so tell everyone in the comments who might not know them what they are. What are the 3 favorite colors that Paint with Josh likes to use in order to make this deep, dark, shadowy mix that we call Paint with Josh Plaque? The deepest and darkest mix of all. The Paint with Josh Plaque. You guys are awesome. Remember to tap that screen, right? Whenever you're not typing a question, you should be going like this, like as many possible times as you can. Just right here in the center. The more times you can do that, the more chance we'll get of getting on the FYP. The more people will come in here, the more chance I'll have of selling the painting and making revenue for the business, bringing you more free lives. So if you can't do it, tap on the screen. That'll bring more people in who maybe can, right? Let's get out here, grab up our 3 favorite colors. We're gonna pull down just about half the pile, right? So now we've got half the pile here, flattened out, half the pile up top. Grab like a, I don't know, just a bit of our 2 browns. We'll mix those in with our deep darkness right here. The deep dark color. It's plaque, it's brown, it's plown. Just mix it up until we can't even tell that there's brown and our plaque mixed in there. It just should all look like one really, really, really dark brown color, right? We're gonna scrape up a little bit of that color, and let's say right out underneath, if we came down and dropped down again, there was a whole little mesa top. Just a flat top little deal out here in the day, or the night, whatever time of day it is. Maybe we got a couple little monument-style valley little guys. Just by turning our knife sideways, right, you can deposit little things, come back in, fill in little areas, and now all of a sudden, we've got this cool little rock formation out here on the edge. Just neat little things, right? Nothing has to be perfect. They're all weathered and crazy. So, pop them out like that, drag down all this color, deposit it, drag it and deposit it down. Maybe we got another little guy over here. Maybe it drops off again. Who knows what yours looks like? This is what mine looks like. Come out here, pull it down, pull it down, pull it down. Doesn't even need to go down all the way. You wanna know why? Because we're gonna take our brush, our old Paint with Josh Soft and Flop. Man, that's a good flip of a brush, I'm telling you. Just perfectly weighted. And we're gonna start to work this guy out to the side, just a little bit. And the more that we go, the more we're gonna pull down and then work over to the edge. Right? So we're gonna pull it down, we're gonna slide it over. And all of a sudden, from way off in the distance, it'll start to look like a little bit of land working its way in, over here, over there, pulling on this guy, straight down, right? Come down, we hit, we start to slide off to the edge, you get more flat as you go. More flat, right? Down on an angle, 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 flat, flat, flat. Everything is flat as we get down to the bottom. Out there, little things, maybe the back side of this guy came down. Eventually we're gonna have to start pulling off in another direction, right? So we'll pull down on him, we'll slide him down over here. We'll pull it off and shoot it off this way. And all of a sudden, we've got a cool little bit of a mountain, little desert rock right out here in the night. Wherever you want it to be in the night. Right? However far we want to drag this paint and have it slide down and create more and more and more and more and more desert, we can do that, guys. It's up to us. No one's out here saying you can't, right? Look at all these little differences from where we had the dark paint to where it was a little bit lighter to a little bit darker. You get all these little shadows and different things. Is it not the most fantastic thing you've ever seen? Just as simply and easily as that you can throw down a little far off desert landscape of a bluff or a butte or a butte. Is it a butte or a butte? I can't remember. I think it's butte. I'm pretty sure it's butte. Could be butte, but in any case. A little bit more dark paint down here. We'll add our shadows to our shadowy side. We got our light side going off in this direction. Right? Neat little things we can do out here in the night. Now, let's go back in and let's highlight this guy. Let's grab our palette knife. Let's get a little bit of our 2 brown colors. We don't need to go crazy on the highlights on this guy. A little further away. And we don't want it to overtake our foreground bit, so we don't need it to be as textured as you think you might need it, right? Out here, scraping down, got all those brown colors, maybe throwing a little bit of yellow ochre too. Why not? Oh, look at that. Look at that coloration. And as you grab at that, you're gonna pull all these different colors onto your knife in the same place, right? Maybe come out here, start launching down just a little bit of that brownery, right? our little brown craziness, leaving spaces of darkness in between. And if it's not dark enough, you can always go back in and add a little bit of your darker shadows in between your little guy, right? Doesn't have to be crazy, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It doesn't even have to be super thick. Just has to be out there, and then we're gonna brush it out as we get down to the bottom, so don't even worry. Put our light sides out here on the light spots, the light sides of our little spires, just so they're catching a little bit. They don't all have to look the same. Nothing in the rule book says it's all gotta be the same out there, right? Plopping on that paint, just so it'll spread out and turn into our little dusky, sandy look. It'll be really cool, guys. This guy, very flat. Again, see my strokes? They're very flat. Very flat. All this paint is coming down, it's depositing, it's getting down here, it's rolling, it's turning darker, it's getting more and more and more shadowy as we go to this side. And then we can come back, a little bit of that deeper, darker texture on our paint, right? The one that we actually made the mountain out of. Dump it down, mix it in, and start flowing off in the other direction, right? Little things that we can do are gonna help make our little guys look way cooler. Again, we don't even need to see all the texture in it. It doesn't have to be thick like a mountain top where you've got all that, you know, real thick texture to it. You don't need all that. All you need is a bit of darkness. Okay, and then we'll take that darkness and we'll drag it out with our brush and soften it down. Take a bit of our dark guys, slide them over here. A couple little things out in the day. Very cool. Now again, like I said, we grab this little bit of paint and you can start pulling on it and stretching it out wherever we want it to go. You can start dragging it back up towards the mountain if you want to. All up to whatever you want. Honestly, then we'll crack a whole other big thing down in through here. Right? Taking on it, dragging it out this way. Making it become a little bit flatter, pulling on our darker paints. It becomes a little bit softer out here. Right? You can tell the difference from the softness to the thick part. So that way you gotta drag up into it, kind of softening that transition. However you came down with your brush, you've got to soften it again as we go back up. And this guy should look really cool. Really neat looking. Oh, I like it. Almost looks foggy in here without even having any foggy details and stuff. Just from the way that we colored it in, right? The way that we're pushing on the brush, the way that we're dragging out the land, so you get these straight little deals off there in the distance. And this fogginess down around the base is where we're going to come in with our next little thing. Now, let's just say, oh, this guy, what if we came out this way? Drag it way over here. Yes, this thing could be humongous, this chasm. All right, let's rock it. You guys want to see a big old rockin' chasm? You want to see a big old crack? And I'm not talking about, you know, I'm talking about the land here. Nothing else beyond that. Dang. Oh, that's going to look so cool. I'm already digging it, you guys. Already digging it. You know what we need, though? It's like a bit of our brighter color. Just right out here on the point. Right where it gets a little... where it's starting to turn into that shadowier side. Right? Yes. Yes. A little bit more. Just like that. Fantastic. Sometimes... literally all you need is one little stroke of genius. Okay, let's come in with a little touch. Our little brush over here. We were playing around. Actually, that's probably too much. That's probably too much of brightness. There we go. I'm just going to kind of tap out a little bit right around the edge of our guy. Just to make a little mist, make it extra soft so we can then come back and put something else on top of it. Okay, let's just say, because I can see it in my brain, this guy was out around there, we'd have this whole little line of land, right? Coming out, I can almost see our little chasm just being built right off the bat, okay? We don't need every place to be a continuous straight line or connected in or anything like that. We're gonna dump on a little bit of our brown. We're gonna take our PaintWithJosh 1-inch brush. We're gonna slide it away from its edge, right? So out like this. Over here, off the back side of this little hill, you know, a little bit over there, and all of a sudden, now, we can start to see we're coming closer towards us, right? This way, we can grab a bit of that brown color that we had, just like this, start coming out, right? Projecting little things, pulling them off the other direction, because not everywhere is going to be just as perfect. right? Just like that, out here, very straight off the edge, right? And all of a sudden, if we look closely enough, we'll be able to see this little chasm being built straight off the edge over here. Very straight, very horizontal off the bat. And you can see where the darkness is, right? That guy, pull this guy off to the side, this guy over here. That darkness is going to be where our chasm is. You could almost say there's a black lake of water in there right now. You know what I mean? Whatever we want it to look like, guys, that's what it's going to look like. Man, that one's looking really, really cool. All right, let's come in with our new little bit of land and take this guy a little bit closer to the edge. Right down there. Very cool. Now, if we take our palette knife and we scrape through, let's make up a little bit more of our brown color. So our 2 browns, a little bit of our yellow ochre, down here into the sand, and we mix it up. Hello, what was that noise? Did we just sell this one? Get out of town. You're kidding. Who got this one, you guys? Because somebody just did. Let me have a look-see. Let's just have a quick little look-see over here. No way. Lynn, did you get this one too? Hello. I'm pretty sure we got the same purchaser as last time for 14-15 and 14-16. Just going to have matching desert chasms. Lynn, you're the woman. Thank you. Check this out. Boom, everybody. Let's do a quick light party, too, because we forgot during Lynn's first purchase of her first show, our first show anyway, we forgot to do the light party. So, if you're sensitive to light photo flashiness, turn your phone around. Don't look at it for about the next 10 seconds. In about 3, 2, 1, light party in the desert, baby. It's a desert light party. Woo-hoo! You got some seriously pretty desert paintings, let me tell you that. All right, the light party is now concluded. You may now turn your phones back around and look at them. It's all back to normal. Now, let's come in here because we're going to go opposite way with our little chasm. We're going to start very close back here. And then we're going to get bigger and bigger and farther away. Right? All these little scrubs, just like we do with our seascapes and stuff. Right? You put a little scrub on there. You come out here and you start dragging your scrub away from the other section. Dragging it, making it very horizontal. Right? We need it to be horizontally out there. And all of a sudden, if we can get right up on this guy, so it's not too bright, right up along the edge, drag it out a little bit, right? Flick it out a little further in some of those little longer places, you can start to see a little chasm forming off in the distance. If that's not the coolest thing, then I don't know what is. I start out here with a little bit of my brown, just kind of pulling it down the smallest bit. You don't want this part to be super bright. I'm telling you, if it's too bright, then it's going to look odd. And if it is too bright, go over it a few more times. Drag that guy down. Drag it down, drag it down, drag it down, drag it down. And all of a sudden, our little deserty section over here is going to be pulled straight off into the depths. Right? Streak it down that way. Streak it. Lots of pressure, lots of reps. Right? Pulling it down. So you have this little chasm back in here. Now, we can really give it some pressure down here and pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. And you can start to see the sun creeping down into the chasm below. That's a cool one. That is a cute one. Take this guy right up along the edge of the color. Right? Push on it real hard. If you don't want that color to be there, you blend it right away. There it is. It's opening up. It's opening. This is how the Grand Canyon was formed, y'all. Over here, let's take it. Let's scrape it out again. A little closer this time. Remember, we're filling in all this stuff. So everything to the side of it makes no difference. Right? You can take it and grab it and slide it out. Right? Pull it out this way, pull it out that way. Down, around, right? Wherever we want it to be, it will be. We got this little bit of darkness in our sand. Oh, look at that! Holy moly, you guys. All right, here's what we got to do. We got to come in with our brighter sand. We're going to take this guy and start to brighten him up. Right? We get to choose how bright it looks out here in the day. Right? So take some of these little areas. You don't need to fill in every single spot exactly the same amount of brown. right? All these little places, they can have little shadows, little things out there in the night. Look it out, just growing out into our chasm. Look at that thing, that is so cool. That is so cool. Over here, a couple little bits. And again, if you leave those horizontal sections, it might look like your crack went all the way back inside, right? It doesn't have to look any certain way. What we do need to do, let's take this guy right here and make him like a little projected bit. So we're gonna pull down, pull down, pull down, scrape him out a little further, just pull down the smallest little bit, just so it'll look like he's got some body to him. Especially if we get out here, start yanking down on it, leaving that little dark separator so we know there's a top and then a bottom. And then you can do whatever it is you want to do. Bang. Oh, it's just a little chasm out in the desert, you guys. That's fantastic. Literally, I like how it's kind of creeping over right there too, like you can get out there and cross over it. Woo! Nelly! If I don't like that, I'd be a liar. Let's get in here and do one more though. One more little bit. Right underneath. A little bit of that dirt sticking out. Mush it on. That way when we come back in with our brush and push on it, it'll spread out and become more of that brown all over the place. Back in here, right up along the edge. Boom. Oh man, that's a crack and a half, you guys. Okay, now let's get around. Let's throw some far away little bits back in here where we can't really tell where the crack is. We can always have some far away foreground. So let's get a bit of our plaque mix, a bit of our brown as well. Not everything has to be so uberly plaqued out there. A couple little things, a little hill, a little bush. Maybe it's a little cactus out there. Maybe it's whatever you want it to be. Drag it right around the edge. Doesn't have to be humongous. That by itself could be a cluster of trees way off in the distance. It doesn't need to be a bush. It's whatever you say it is. Right now, what if we came out over here, grabbed a little bit more of our plaque, popped in one little guy out here, right? Just a little bushy little guy right out on the edge. It's like the southern oracle you gotta walk through. Grab him up, streak it out, pull it out in different directions. We came down, up, over, right? It's not just one solid, just straight across the bottom thing. That's never gonna look cool. Out here, out there, boom, boom, boom. That guy doesn't have much shadow to him. Oh, I like it. Okay, let's take our filbert brush and make a little cactus again, because I love those cactuses. I know you guys like them too. So we'll show you how we did it before. We're gonna take a little bit of our phthalo green, right through one side of the filbert brush only. Now we're gonna flip the brush around, right, to that clean spot and put it in our dark side. Right, so we've got a dark side and a light side. And now, instead of touching the brush like this or like this, we're gonna touch it like this, vertically, with the green side towards our lighter area over here, pushing it real flat, drag it down. You've got a green lighter side, you've got a darker side to your little faraway cacti. Now, if you want to do little arms, then we got to come back and do it again. Load it up, same way, flip it over, load it up again that way, and maybe this guy. Yeah, make sure you got your green on the right side. I'll tell you that. Turn it, lock him in, right in there. Right, plop it down. Make a little number 4 out there. I like him. I like him. Let's go for another one. Let's get all black this time, right? Because this one's pretty much right in front of our sun or our light area back there, so this is going to be all silhouetted. And we're going to come up holding the brush the exact same way, except this time we have black on both sides, or plaque anyway, on both sides. We'll push it in real hard so it flattens out, and we go all the way down into our little bush. Bang! Just like that. Right? Load it up again with that plaque mix. A lot of times, these cactuses can literally be silhouettes. They don't have to be bright green out there in the night. See how we put the arm a little bit higher up than this guy's arm too? Don't make them all look the same, please. It doesn't look right when they all look the same. And this guy comes down, whoop, turns over. We got another little cacti right there in the day. I love him. I just love him. All right, let's get out here. Let's grab a couple of our colors like we had before. Get a little bit of our pinkiness. Popping just a few little pinky little flowers on that guy, just a touch. Maybe we got one little section of that bush trying to grow down in the front over here too. The seeds done blew around and blew over. Let's get a little bit of our red and a little bit of our yellow on either side of the brush, right? So we can use the red on the one by tipping the brush away, right? Tipping that yellow spot away from the canvas, and then vice versa, turning the yellow spot towards the canvas and keeping the red spot away. And using it like that. Little bits out there in the night. Oh, it's fantastic. Just fabulous. A couple little greenery bits of our leaves down around the bottom, right? Very cool. Those Magic Fly colors, man, I'm telling you, if you haven't tried the Magic Fly set, get on it because they're neat. They are really neat. Now, let's get in here, clean off the old bushy brush, and let's ask Lynn. Lynn, do you want me to do the sand on this one, or should we leave it dirt like this? And should we throw in like a little frontage rock up here in the front, or do we just leave it with the chasm? Thanks, Mama. Appreciate you. You're funny. You're funny, man. All right, let's get out here. Over there. What do you think, Lynn? Lynn Linners. Should we spray in that sand? I think we should keep it dirt for this one since you got the sand on the other one. All sorts of stuff out there in the night. All right, I'm going to clean off some brushes real quick. You guys got to start coming up with a title for this guy. I love that little chasm. Something about the crack, man. Just love the crack. Right there. That's like a Grand Canyon style, just rip in the earth. Just love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's see. Quakes Desert. I like that one. I like it. Seeing it on the opposite side. It's a whole separate painting. Very similar to the first one, except this one doesn't have the projecting rock face that came out on the front. And because we had pre-painted it a little separate, I was going to go a different way, but we turned it into a desert right at the last moment. Right at the last chance. If we came in here like this. Just a little bit of crazy brightness. A little bit of crazy darkness underneath it. And all of a sudden, you'll have a really cool little projection of your rock. Whatever you want to call it. Right out here. Put a couple more little pieces of dark through it. And we can roll that brightness right over the top of it again. And have a really cool little theme out here in the night. Coloring it in however we want it. Right? Want it to be bright? Color it in bright. Don't want it to be bright? Don't color it in bright. I don't care how you color it. Right? This is my 1416th painting. If you want to do yours a certain way, then by all means, please do it that way. I urge you to do it that way. Oh, I like that little rock. It's kind of cool. Looks like a face almost. You could see out on Mars. Really neat. So, Lynn, what are you coming up with for a title for this one, Lynn? Lynn Linners. These bushes are deep and dark. I like it. Shrink you guys down so you can see that chasm down there. There we go. All my bright lights. Alright, let's go through. We'll clean up all these brushes. You guys come up with a title. For Lynn, she's the one that got it, so she gets to choose the title. Alright, let's see what we can do. Lynn Linners. This guy. Man, we got lots of brushes to clean today. Lots of cleanup today, guys. Texas Canyon. I like it, Lynn. Excellent title. Let me spin this guy around real quick. We'll finish it up. just like this. Boom, boom. Number 14, 16. That's crazy how many paintings we've done. Crazy, man. So, if you don't mind, Lynn, I'm going to put both of these guys in the same box, and we'll ship them in one box versus two, saving me on shipping labels, since they'll be dry on the same day. Let's see, we're all going to go check out PaintWithJosh.com. If you want to see more, PaintWithJosh.com will take you to my YouTube, it'll take you to my Facebook, my Instagram, everywhere, man. And then it'll take you right back here over to TikTok. Just like so. Let's finish up the tip top of our little canvas up here. And Lynn is going to have two wicked awesome little desert scenes for you guys. And we'll throw on the old signature. So, Linners. Excellent. We finished cleaning off just a few of these brushes. Just a couple is all we need. And then we all set. And I get to take 2 days off while you guys wonder where Paint with Josh is. Why isn't Paint with Josh on Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday? Who knows? Maybe I'll come on and do a morning show. Morning for me being like noon Eastern, noon Pacific time. 3 o'clock Eastern. That's my morning. That's my morning time. I get up at like 9, 10. I gotta get ready. I gotta do what I gotta do during the day. Decide if I even want to paint at all. A lot of times I look at TikTok and I go, you know what? There's nothing on worth watching, and so then I come on just to give you guys something to watch while you're at work. That's all we do. I admit it, I'm watching Josh while I'm at work. I know. It's okay, you're not the only one. Not the only one. Did I already wash? I did. You stinker. Wash this one. Got a double wash. Man, that looks freaking neat. I like it. I like it. I'm going to get some bigger canvases for next week, and then we'll go crazy huge desert painting for next week. It'll be awesome. Awesome. All right, this is the last brush we got to wash, and then we got to go make another brush dirty so we can sign the painting, and then wash that brush off as well. So, you guys can always find more on PaintWithJosh.com. You can check out the Diamond Art Club kits that we have on their site, diamondartclub.com. And we got Paint with Josh brushes coming out in like 6 weeks. So if you're excited, man, give me a hooray in the comments section. Just right now, just put hooray if you're excited. If not, then we'll know, because you're not going to write hooray. Bang, over there. Oh, it's gorgeous. Hooray! You guys are funny. You guys are funny, man. Alright, let's see. We got it all titled up. We got it. Let's get the wheel back out, and we'll see what Lynn can get on the wheel. The wheel of wheels. The Paint with Josh Wheel of Destiny. Alright, let's give this guy a spin. I gotta do it off camera though. Hang on. No, actually, let me just move my entire life around so I can get it actually. Ah, God. Okay. Lynn, for round number 2, since you got it during the live show, you know you get a free gift every time you do that. And what are we going to get this time is the question, right? So, let's give the wheel the old spinnerooski. See what we get. Oh, I love that sound. I just love it. Oh, thank God. Whoo! That was close right there. That was close. It actually ended up on a Paint with Josh poster. So, I will choose one of my best posters and we'll send it out to you within 3 to 6 weeks after getting your original 2 paintings. You'll get the poster and it's going to be fantastic. So, thank you for supporting me and getting the painting during the live show. It really helps. It makes the show more interesting, and you know, it it helps pay my bills. So thank you so much. I love you. One from earlier today that Lynn got? Sure, I got it on the wall. Hang on. All right, so here's the earlier one, a little bit brighter in the sunset sky, a little bit darker on our crazy dark mountain in the foreground, the chasm underneath, the big old rock and crack, right? Lots of texture on this painting, still very wet, versus this guy, chasm on the other side, right? Little rock in the front, about the same amount of plants, details, literally, just a different sky. Chasm on the other side came out fantastic though. I really like both of them. We did the sand spray on the first one, and this one I'm going to leave dirt. I like this one exactly how it is. Just epically fantastic. So, thank you. Love the clouds. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Similar yet very unique. I know, that's what I'm saying. Even if I try to paint the same painting again, I can never force myself to do the exact same thing again, because why? We can try to make it different. We can try to, maybe it turns out cooler. Maybe it turns out worse. Who knows? Well, let's make it different and try. You know what I mean? So, you guys have been awesome. I would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Really quick on the desert scenes. Otherwise, I'm just getting faster. Am I just getting faster? And I think that it's whatever the scene that we're painting is, and it's not that. It's just me getting much quicker at what we do. Do we level up on the speed? Is that? Because, man, we did that other painting the other day in like 17 minutes. We were done. Very quick. You're very welcome, Lynn. Thank you for supporting me and getting the paintings, especially during the live show. It really makes for a better show, and more people get involved. They like the wheel, they like the light party and all that stuff, and we only have that when we get sales during the shows. So, thank you. All thanks to you. Both paintings tonight. Thanks to Lynn. And you guys are amazing, man. Honestly. Do I paint mountain crystal? Oh, do I paint mountain landscapes? Hang on, girl. You just sit there. You just wait. While I choose, I don't know, literally any one of these 10 that are in my hallway right here. Mountain landscapes. Ta-da! Lightning just hit this thing twice. Boom! Yeah, we do all sorts of stuff. Look at this chasm of death. Don't fall. Don't try to hop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, this is Cosmics right here. Cosmic Lighthouse. Grabbed this one up during the live show a couple days ago. And it's just a beauty. All those colors. All the stuff. Lightning came down. That's funny. But yeah, all sorts of mountain paintings and different kinds of things. The one on the bottom, oof. That one's got lots of sprays on them. I actually took it out of the store because it's no longer worth selling. It's just covered in white specks. But we had this one in the store for months and months and months and months, and nobody wanted it, poor bastard. Nobody wanted you. It's fine. Probably have white on my lip. So we used it as the background, or the light blocker right here for when I turn my lights on. That stops it from looking right up into my eyeballs. It's like snow. So, Tyler Buchanan. When am I doing a bigger canvas next? Well, I've got a couple ideas. I just did, actually, let me show you one big one I just did. We just did a galaxy scene on a bigger canvas in the Pro Series version, right? So, much bigger canvas. The big wraparound, the gallery type ones, crazy galaxy scene we painted on this guy. So we just did this one yesterday. This one's still available. No one's grabbed it yet. And then I plan on getting some more bigger canvases for our next week's of shows. I'll probably do another desert scene on a bigger size, kind of like a 24 by 24, like this big galaxy one, or 24 by 30. Depends on what they have at Michael's and what I can get a deal on. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, this one's still available, Todd. Nobody grabbed this guy. Look at it. It's amazing. It's got the little potato asteroid. Looks like a little potato out there in the night, right? All these different colors in the asteroids, all floating through space and time to the point of creation. So, that one's still available. I even lowered the price on it. Still available in the store. The 2 desert ones have gone, so maybe we'll do some bigger desert scenes. But yeah, next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's my week anyway. So this weekend, for you guys get to have a weekend. I work constantly. Living the dream. So, yeah, even after this, right? Today's my Friday night. What am I going to be doing? Editing more videos, uploading more to TikTok in my drafts. I already have like 60-something videos in my drafts in TikTok already. And there's even more to upload. Every time you guys see one of my videos, I swear, if you don't hit the like button, you know how much time and energy goes into making those videos? And then you just scroll past it like it's nothing? This isn't just me standing in front of the camera, like posing in front of the mirror that doesn't take any time or editing or anything, right? These are edited quality videos, and you're just scrolling by without even like commenting. That's hurts my feelings. It hurts. But in any case, I love you guys, and yeah, when you could work 80 for yourself, exactly. That's exactly right. Why do a 9 to 5 when I could just constantly work and never take a break, and still worry about money all the time? So. All right, I love you guys. I can't wait to come back. We'll do it again on Thursday. I got the next 2 days off, so unluckily for you, you're going to have to watch someone else, or you could binge watch all my videos. We just hit 100,000 followers on Threads, so if you're on Threads, I've got tons of videos over there. Tons of Instagram shorts and videos, tons of YouTube videos, tons of TikTok videos. So, even though I won't be here live, it's okay. Don't go. It's okay. It's only 2 days. I gotta have a weekend, man. It's just my weekend is in the middle of the week. And it's not really a weekend because I'll be shipping out paintings, creating packaging for boxes, processing orders, editing the videos, along with posting every few hours. I didn't mean to drop the F word right there. Every few hours. Yeah, it's a mess. Don't be an influencer. Don't do this as a living. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. So, I love you guys. I can't wait to come back, and we'll do it again. It wasn't an F-bomb. No, I deny that. I don't know what I was trying to say, but it sounded like the beginning of the F word, and we had to nip it in the bud. But in any case, I love you guys. I can't wait to come back. We'll do it again on Thursday, and yeah, it's going to be fantastic. So, you guys take care, and until I see you again next time, take care. Have the rest of a good day, and bye.